Good.
Hey, listen up. This is Jerry Harris, SPRB Radio Podcast Show. Check it out with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. The live conversation show. Check it out. Don't left it out. Oh yeah. Hey, SPRB Radio Podcast. SPRB Radio Podcast. With 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Yeah, SPRB Radio Podcast. SPRB Radio Podcast. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Yes. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Now. Yes, SPRB Radio Podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Check it out.
Today is a new day, oh, and I'm thankful. No time for regrets, no, but I'm hopeful. So many didn't get a chance, nah. So be grateful. Hey, things might not go my way, but me not complain. Life is a blessing, me I stay thankful.
Well, folks, this is Kai Brown speaking. I fully endorse SPRB Radio Podcast with the 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Check them out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Les.
Greetings, one and all. This is Chester Miller, and I fully endorse SPRB Radio Podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Trust me, you won't be disappointed, because they're spreading that loving feeling. Hey, one love.
Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown, and I full endorse the SPRB Radio Podcast with the one and only, the one and only Ten-star General alongside the delightful and the delectable Sharon Mango. So remember me tell you, full endorsing the SPRB Radio Podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Interesting, informative, and productive. You see me?
Greetings, one and all. I'm your host, 10-star General, alongside Sharon Mango, who is here. Sharon, how you doing? I can't hear you. You're muted.
I said, little lazily, you know what I mean? Just a little, little allergies, but that's it.
Right.
Amen.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
Good.
And you're wearing some juicy colors there.
Well, that's what it's called, juicy. No, sorry,
Really?
it's called queen. No, I'm just joking. No, it's got the colors of London. I like the shirt. It's a really nice red, gold, and green. I do like it.
Well, you better loosen up them jawbones, the muscle in your jawbone, cause this next guy who is coming on to our show, why, am I gonna make you laugh to your belly bust?
I know. I can't even understand. This man is a
He's a
hilarious.
comedian. He's a singer, and it's funny how I came to meet him. You know, I met him on Facebook. He reached out to us, and lo and behold, here he is. You know, we made it happen, and we always said we wanted to bring on somebody different. You know, what I mean, even though he does a bit of singing, but he's a comedian also. He's an entertainer. The
Yeah.
man's a legend. The man goes way back. We find some footage too. I go play some of that footage right here today.
You've
So
got to drop that. You have to drop it because I've seen
he
it.
goes by the name of the Pink Panther.
Yes.
Morning.
How you doing, Super?
Morning, man. Good afternoon, man. Salute. We got to say hello to the lady first. Hello, Sister Mango. How are you?
I'm good, Brother Vassell. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, madam. So are you, Mr. General? What's
I
up?
am good. I am good.
Yes,
I
man.
am
Yes,
good.
man.
A blessing. Now, for anybody wondering why he's looking to the right hand side of his screen or whatever, he's using a iPad. So we're trying to get the angle right, but we're just gonna work with it. So just work
Yeah.
with us. All right. But he's here. Thank you for being here. You reached out to us, and just trying to refresh my memory on your history, and then little bits of footage came at me, and I'm like, I remember this guy, you know. So we're
Yes.
gonna delve into your history and so forth. And as they
Yeah.
say, ladies before gentlemen. So I'm gonna let Miss Mango, take you back, way back,
Wow.
and I'm gonna jump in here and there, and
Yes.
ask you. It's a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation. So for those who were here, because I keep forgetting to do this, right now, please help us to like and subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, please help us to just hit that like button, hit the notification button if you want to be updated with who we're going to have on to this show. I can assure you, we got some more legends coming for 2024. I had to digest the number of people that were going to be coming onto the show next year. It's going to be a star-studded, packed, channel, so I don't want to mention any of the names coming for 2024. He's just going to come at you like a blazing saddle, So, Miss Mango, going ahead.
Greetings. Good morning, Pink Panther. Also,
Do me
Good
a favor.
morning, good
Sorry,
evening, good afternoon.
sorry. Hold on.
Hold
Please
on.
acknowledge some of the people who may be in the building. Now, if you hover over, yeah, I don't think it's showing that. But let's just see if we can acknowledge anybody in the building. Somebody called Humroy White.
Yes, yes,
Humroy
yes,
White. Bless
yes,
up
man.
yourself.
I know that brother. That
Okay.
brother used to work on JBC Radio in Jamaica.
Ah,
Yeah, we did some show, we did some stuff on radio in Jamaica. Bless up,
right.
Omran. Big up.
Now, and whoever is logged in, because we can see a number of people logged in, and we're learning the ropes here. So anybody who's logged in, thank you for being here. God bless each and every one of you. Like we say, please help us to like, share, or even hit the subscribe button and help us to share the live. God bless each and every one of you. Sorry again, Sharon, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Pink Panther
I'm here.
in the room. Listen, again, thank you so much for coming on. This is actually a big deal for us because you're the first comedian, singer, songwriter, all the beautiful accolades that you have. You're the first. And it will not be the last.
Yeah, but that's what they say, but sometimes it's just a talent and you just do what you can and people see you like that, that's very good.
Well, this is true.
Yeah,
Either
yeah.
way, we have a legend in our presence because you have been on the circuit for many years. So,
Yes.
that being said, we want to go way back.
Yes.
Way back, sir.
Way back.
Where you were born. Where you were born. Mom and dad, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Let's start first.
Well, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Kingston 12, Trenchtown. If you know, if you heard about them places in Jamaica.
Yes.
A place called Arnett Garden. Some people call it Jungle.
Jungle.
You know,
that's right.
Yeah, those places. That's where I was born. You know, exactly in a place called Jonestown, Kingston, Jamaica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say something now. My mom is my mother, and she's also my father.
Okay.
Yeah, because I never see my father before. So, I find it funny, but I never see my father before, so I wouldn't say about the father. My mother is my mother and my father.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
but my mother passed away and all of that time. You know,
your father passed away, you said?
No, my father. I don't know if he was born or if he was birthed, because I never seen him before. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mama still alive?
No, man, mama gone about 20 years now. Long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
And, So what was life like in those times growing up?
Well, those days back in Trenchtown, you know, there's a lot of political war and political conflict, PMP and labor right, and then you have to learn how to survive, and everything was about hustling, because I come from a poor family, really poor family, that we all have to hustle. Everything is about hustling, selling something, and trying to, you know, go to school half day, come back home, going to the National Stadium, selling peanuts, all kind of stuff, you know, to survive. It was just, my mother used to have a stall in Crossroad in Jamaica, where we used to sell different things, you know. And that's what it is. That's hustling, trying to find a way out of what we're into, because there is sometimes it look hard, but you have to just try. Enough of us came out of it still, so it's all right.
Yeah.
So brothers and sisters, you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, it's 8 of us, you know, but it's different. It's 8 of us in a family. About 6 of us is still around. Because tragically, one of my brother got killed. My youngest brother got killed in jungle.
Wow.
And garden. Yeah, he got stopped down there. And,
So
you know, tragic again. It's all them things. So I have another brother, he's still alive. Yeah.
Right. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. So, going to school now, what was it like for you in school? Because you said half day, right? You used to go to school half day.
Yeah, because it's about going to school and about survival and trying to, you know, because going to school, you have to have lunch money, you have to have everything. You have to eat food. So mama and all of us hustle. We just keep on hustling. But my earlier schooling wasn't that good. But the earlier days of my schooling, because it was like up and down, and too much up and down, you have to run away from one place to the next place, and it keep on going. But when I reach a certain age, that's when I do a lot of studies and I do a lot of things, because I'm pleased with myself right now, where I reach in life, because where I'm coming from and where I reach, it's, you know, good role modelship to tell people like myself.
So when you were in school, though, tough as it was, what did you aspire to be in school? What did you think you were going to be?
At that time, I don't know, to be frank with you, because I wasn't sure about what I want to do. Because most of us, even in those days, probably didn't even know that, because we talk about the struggle and try to hustle. Anything we can get to hustle, so we don't know.
you know, until you reach certain age now, you start to think about life, with what you would like to be. But one thing I'm gonna say, I never think about being an actor or a comedian or a singer. I never think about that. Nothing like that in my time. It's happened. That happened. When you get to that, you see how that happened.
Right.
So
yeah.
So what age now? What age did you actually leave school and then decided, or you have, aside from the hustling, did you want to get a job? Like still at that time, did you not know where you were gonna go?
Well, when I left school, you know, I left school all the time just without what do you call it now, without completing the full semester and all of that. Yeah. Then through political conflict, then I had to leave. We had to, if you hear about the bloody election, 1980 election, that's the worst election ever happened in Jamaica, where people run away to different places. So I end up in Spanish Town again. So it's a new life that I'm taking, a new life. And then I used to go to, go on.
Bear with me, because I'm trying to not let you go too far ahead.
Yes.
Give us a sense of what that political situation was like, because as far as we know, you know, the divide could be very, very bloody, right?
Yes.
I do believe during the 80s. Give us a sense of what that political situation was like during the 80s through your eyes.
Well, it was bloody. First thing is people were dying. A lot of people were dying. People running away, finding different places to go because is a lot of gunshots, a lot of killing. Some people they might find out, some people might be on the other side and they shouldn't be there, so they have to run away too. And there's a lot of killing at that time. It really was bloody, you know, death and stuff. Nothing joyful to talk about with that.
So if you were from a particular part of, like you say, you grew up in Trench Town, you couldn't walk through certain areas either, right?
Yeah. No, you could not. You could not.
Right.
Because I came from jungle, so the Rima, going to Rima and Tivoli Gardens at that time.
Right.
And then I'm town and those places. Then you're asking for problem, girl, you get, you know, but some of us still stray away and end up different places, but it's chance to take to do that.
Right.
At that time. Jamaica is good now regarding that. Yeah, regarding that. It's a long way they're coming from. So I'm happy with Jamaica that they tend to draw away from such, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, just one more question before I let Sharon do her thing again.
Yeah.
Right. Now, during those times growing up with your siblings, where do you fall amongst your siblings? I was the 1, 2, 3, the fifth one. Was much expected of you during those times?
Yeah, a lot, because I'm used to be like a breadwinner to my family.
Now we're getting
because I probably take on this hustling business. I know about business but I know about how to run a business by doing what I used to do. Back from buying things a certain amount of money and you make this amount on it and you go back and buy again. And that was a thing. And then I used to be, we call it now, look at me as a child, I used to be like a big man.
Right.
Because you keep on being breadwinner and you have to go and buy the peanuts. You have to go and bake it, you have to bag it up, you have to go to the stadium, you have to sell it, all those skills, and then you find trickery ways of getting it into the venue. They said no peanut, nothing must go in there. Find out you're hiding it in there before time, and before the show starts, you're in there already hiding, and it used to be a lot, So I grew up with my brain just working like that, trying to, make ends meet with my family.
Yeah.
So what age was that though? How old were you?
I started out like that from a child, but I can know myself like 6, 7, 8, 9, come up same ways, or years of it. It's years of it. Survivor, you know, is years of it. But getting out was a pleasure still, and it was very nice. So I can talk different things about myself, you know. No, but if we talk about the beginning, so we have to talk how it go, you know, how it went. Yeah.
Well, yes, it's just knowing your journey to now is, you know, we're here to give you your flowers, because a story like yours, it's. I'm sure there are many people like you started out just like that, but you, Mr. Pink Panther, you, sir, it's a journey.
Silver Fox, Silver Panther, Platinum Panther.
Platinum Panther.
Let's go with the Platinum Panther.
For real. Mr. Platinum Panther, I was like, your journey is very important for people to understand where you are coming from, because you were deemed medium, but for all the struggles and strife that you know that's happened in your life, I think it's a beautiful thing to know, for people to know how it all started for you. So the hustling now, you did all of that. To what age were you doing, like how old were you when you moved away from that?
Oh, it started because it started at started in the 80th election when I left jungle.
Okay, you went to
we had to move away from Honor Garden. We ended up in Spanish Town. Then another life start. I don't know, because I never see myself really at that time a funny person. I used to be a serious person because based on my upbringing and all of that. I don't have time for laughter and too much stuff like that. So coming up, your mind switched from certain things. So you'll be able to think about other things. Like I used to go to cultural groups and all of that, and learn to. I know about dancing and all of things. You know, I can teach dance class, you know, because I know it professionally based on what I learned. And I got an opportunity to went into the school of dance. Because when I used to go to the school of drama, part of it was to go to the school of dance to learn music movements. So I learned a little bit of everything, for nothing.
Was that when you after you moved to Spanish Town? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, when I moved to Spanish Town, I used to be like I used to do the little bit of the hustling, little bit of it. It used to be less because you relocate now, you get bigger now. I used to go to a place called the Prison Oval in Spanish Town. And I used to do some selling peanuts and stuff there too in the earlier time. Until as I said, I was involved in cultural groups. A group called Self Theatre Company from Spanish Town. We had only about in 1975, them times I used to go amongst them. Then I used to do different cultural things like dancing, drama, singing. And they used to put on a little bit of concert in the communities and stuff. So I used to be amongst them, and then I used to get a chance now to do a little performance, you know, whenever the shows happen. Then one day they did this pantomime, mini pantomime. And you know, the first time I do an acting role, it was a lead I got. They gave me the lead role. So I played the lead the first time. And a production called Son. It's the pick, the life and the environment of Spanish Town. So I played the young man from Spanish Town called Son. Son was a singer, trying to make it as a singer, and he could make it. I did that, and then I continued doing community stuff, barbecue suppers. But I used to be a poet before. I used to write poetry, and I write a lot of poetry. And I entered a festival competition, in St. Catherine Festival competition. And I won a gold medal for my poetry. And I went to Kingston to represent Catherine in the final, but nobody did fight for me.
Okay.
so
I love that I haven't heard that saying, nobody enough for me.
Nobody enough for me. But so good. I got a chance. I got that gold medal. I did that piece of work where you see I dress up in that madman costume, looking that madman. That's what won the gold medal. I used to have a poetry that goes with it. But it was a very exciting character. So when I started with the stand-up, I take it with me. I take the same character and put comedy to the character. And
Go ahead. We're listening to go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, I put some color to that character, and I continue to do this thing, this stand-up thing, this poetry thing, this stand-up thing. Then there was barbecue suppers in Jamaica those days used to be a big thing. When all the schools used to keep their annual barbecue. Then probably my performance was like a more family-oriented stuff. So the people used to book me on barbecues, and those things used to have about 20,000 people, 15,000 people, because a lot of kids that go to the school, the parents and friends will buy tickets to support the school. So you have a ready-made crowd. They used to go there. I done one place about 6 times, St. Diego High School barbecue. I was like, nobody could come there at that time and outdo me. No care who you bring there. It used to be my playing ground, and gunshot fire from around there, and police want to lock me up and all that things. And they want to do the thing. Because the Spanish Town people is like my act, my mature act that I have at the time that break out. It wasn't made by me. It was because the reason why it was made by me, because there wasn't anything of such in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You used to have a few comedians.
Yeah.
I can call him like a man called Charles Zayat, Randy Williams, Miss Lou, if you want to go back that far. Yeah. But coming up, no, you used to have comedians who would go to probably liquor theatre and those theatre places. Mm-hmm. But when you talk about the street thing, that wasn't there.
Right.
So I came and filled something that wasn't there. So if I came and filled something that it wasn't there, that means I create something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
In fact, if I come there, nothing like that was there, and I put it there.
Right.
Because up until today, no matter how good a comedian is, I never heard one who break out on a dancehall show. That's where I break out. And dancehall shows. So dancehall shows are not for comedians. And those days when I broke out on the dancehall circuit, those days they used to throw a bottle at you.
What?
If you can remember those days, they used to stone people with bottles. When you're not good, they used to stone you with bottles and all of that. So I break out in that heat. Seriously, a lot of people get that bottle thing, man. There's so much big artists. Bunny Wheeler
get the bottle.
Beanie Man got it.
What? Jesus.
Come on, man. A lot of people got that bottle thing, man.
Right.
So it's a dangerous dancehall show. It wasn't a place for you to go and shuffle.
So you had to have some good reflex.
Yes, but because my thing were made around that, because the thing is, before that, because I'm talking it and jumping the gun sometimes.
Yeah.
But my first big break came in 1980. Okay. I did my first pantomime, national pantomime. The Ghetto Boy went to the audition at Liquor Theatre, Jamaica. And I saw it in the newspaper. It said that they have an audition for the national pantomime. It's called Man's Slam.
Yeah.
And I said, boy, these people don't like me, but I'm going to go, tell my friend about it. I said, go pantomime, go on, man. Try your thing. So I went there when I went on the stage, but to do my audition. But what I did at the time, the same show I did, that same amateur one I did, this is a setup, this is a tone. But in Spanish tone, that's what I told you I play lead. I picked bits of it and did it on the audition for the pantomime. And then when I stand up now, there was two sections. One, if they said go over there, that side, I'm going to look into you again and see over there. I just said go over that side, that means they don't want to see you again.
Right.
So when I done and thing like that, I say, all of the judge, over there. I said, what? Couldn't sleep. Nights and nights I don't sleep. Yeah. But it was a small part, but it was my entrance into that National Theatre. So, and to do pantomime them days, this was big thing. So I ended up in Jackman's song, 1981 National Pantomime. Then I work with the Roots Theatre now, because people, we talk about the Roots Theatre. We know people familiar with the Roots Theatre. What Jamaican Roots Theatre really is. Roots Theatre is, I never do Roots Theatre now, but before it wasn't like that.
Right.
The biggest element of Jamaican theatre is the Roots Theatre.
Right.
If you go back to Bim and Bam, I don't know if you hear of Bim and Bam.
Yes. Yeah.
Bim and Bam used to be earlier stand-up. They used to stand up, but not in my way of going to dancehall shows, but they used to be there. And they also used to do theatre productions.
Right.
After the pantomime, I joined them. And again, I got a lead role. I got the leading role. There's a production called The Sexy Village Rooster. That show was one of the longest ever running theatre production in Jamaica.
Real
talk? For the whole year. And it filled the Ward Theatre 6 days a week.
Wow.
So I did that Village Rooster thing, and then I did another production for them. It's called Obia Wedding.
Right.
That's another history production. I talk about the 80s, from 80 to about 84.
I was going to ask that, so I'm glad you told us. 80, okay, between 80 and 84, right?
Oh, yeah. So then I did another one called the Conman.
Okay.
And that's where I got that Pink Panther thing happening. Because of it happened, they had this production called the Conman. The director came up with this idea that they want somebody to go in this club and stand up and talk while they come and catch the Conman.
Right.
Like a performance happening and the police would come in and get the Conman.
Right.
Then they said it wanted to be about 3 to 5 minutes. I think about it. I didn't want to do it because I was like afraid of it a bit.
Right.
But people, encouragement from the people around you, sleep and saying, you can do it, man, because you're always talking jokes and saying this and saying that. Go, man, do the thing, do the thing. So I ended up doing it. And the first night I came out on the stage, I didn't came out as Pink Panther.
Right.
I came out as Earl Vassell, and I saw the crowd lift up off them seat, and like it was a concert or something, and it just take up too much minutes in the show, and I let it want to spoil the production.
Right.
Then I was spoken to many times about it and the length of the production, and then it's stretching it out and taking away the element from the play.
Right.
Then after that, they tend to agree with me to carry on.
Right.
Because that becomes a big moment of the show.
Right. Right.
Then I start to get bright now. I'm bossy and cockatoo now. So start to build up more things, lengthen me things. Every day I'm going to do something else. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do the same thing as I play. But every day I'm going to do different one. I'm going to make up. And, you know, and it just goes like that. So by the time 1984 finished, I was getting booking from different people to the barbecue things continue, the concert, the community concert, one or two other little concert. I will, you know what I mean, go on. Then I'll continue like that throughout. There was a big moment. My biggest moment came between 1991 and 93.
Right.
When I becomes a dance. I don't know if I was a dancer artist. That tape you saw when I lick a shot when the Panther chat and everything there.
Oh, that was Fort Clarence, right?
Yeah, 1989.
1989. Was that the show you appeared on?
Yes. Because prior to that, Barry G, Barry Garden. Everybody know Barry G is. Barry G was like the kingpin of radio. You know, anything him say goes. Right. And before that Fort Clarence thing, Barry G came to Spanish Town to open a mother's party place. And it was a live broadcast out going out. So the boys then from Spanish Town, like the man them from Spanish Town, you cannot come there and don't put them out to Spanish show. So they went as usual, and they will be roughing them up or whatever they do. And I didn't want to get my name and get his vibe, but I heard my name called and them say I should come on stage. So I crawled, and then the half-hour broadcast was for half an hour. And I performed through the broadcast for 20 minutes. And Barry G said to me that he allowed me to do it.
Right.
Because he never seen anything like that. And when Barry G said that to me, I said, then Barry G said that to me, then nobody doesn't need to tell me nothing. The man said, never seen anything of such. So he allowed me to do it. And he said, come and check me at my office. I went down there and he gave me some money. The first time I get so much money still to go on a stage. He gave me some money. And then the Fort Clarence show came up, and it was a big problem for me because what happened, they didn't put me on the show. Because the people responsible for the show, they were labor rights.
Okay.
And then by that time, I started to come into newspapers. So they started to read about me. And they realized that I come from where I come from, from and all of that. So they were struggling their politics still, so they didn't. So
the politics thing became a hindrance in your life.
At that time, that's the only time I can remember it becomes a hindrance.
Let me ask you a question. Were you affiliated with any political party?
I was a PNP, man. I was a PNP because I tell you why I was a PNP. I was a PNP by choice or nature or nothing. I was a PNP because I forced to. Because if you live a jungle, you have to be PNP, you better find a wheel by your foot, run with. Because, you know, if you live a Rima, you're not a labor right, then you find wheel by your foot and run.
Right.
It's like ending up the life or what have you and stuff forth. So, it's not by your choice. Those days wasn't by choice. It's where you live.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Right.
So if you get affiliated with where you live, you know. So as I said with Barry, to go back to Barry G thing. Barry G said to me that I went to Barry and I said, Barry, the money they don't put me on the show, you know. Barry said, what? But the show organized right at your doorstep. So they don't know how to use politics for me. So Barry said to me that Barry G was like the god of entertainment, you know, radio, everything in Jamaica. So Barry said, come to the beach, man. Come to the beach and come on and let me see you. Let me see you, I will line up something.
Yeah.
Then I went, and Virgie saw me. Virgie didn't know that I going to bring costumes and stuff. And I brought my costume and went there. And that was it. You saw it on the tape how the people were behaving. And so I got paid that day from the promoter. And the promoter was quarreling with me and tell me that, how comes you fight against my show? You never step on my show. I tell him, say, your boy, they never pump on it because they use politics. So him said, what? So them give me money and give me a string of beer and so forth. So by that, I was like,
one for you know.
I was a huge figure.
Right.
Then when I came with a stuff when satellite dish was taking over Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because there was a era where satellite dish, some people live in the ghetto and the house lean and the top of lean with a big satellite dish on the back same way. Because it used to be a fashion thing where everybody have a satellite dish. So when I came out and mimic the satellite dish, I used a the chimney piece pot. I don't know if you ever see me with that chimney thing.
No.
And I use it to mimic. And that was another big hit for me.
Okay.
It was like a hit record. Anywhere you go, it's just all those big concerts you see me on. It's the chimney that hit me. Different part of the world, I must say. It's a different part of the world.
Now, before you go any further, tell me how you got this name, the name Pink Panther.
That's what I was gonna say to you. I do name and nature. I look like him. That's the first thing. And when I used to call me, so I went and have a look and I said, yeah, I mean that.
Yeah.
You know, I realized that, I look like him.
Right.
You know, so, but as I said, 1984, when I did that production, I came out as Earl Vassell, but the brother who was doing the engineering and doing the music, I don't know, because the way I move and what I had on, my costume and stuff, he reckoned and put music behind me when I'm coming out.
Yeah.
So he put on that Pink Panther music.
Right.
Fun up. And then I didn't know he was going to do it. When I came out and I heard it, I started to move on it and I did with it. And then most people got to call me that Pink Panther thing. And I said, wait, this Pink Panther thing working because it's spreading out. So when I started to stand up and finish with the play, doing the plays and all of those things, I just carried it over.
Right.
You know? And Barry G, to be frank, he did a lot of work for that. Because those days, if Barry G talk about you on radio, on national radio, and it's 2 to 6 super mix, then the would Jamaica know. So he used to talk about me sometimes. I talk about what I did for Spanish tones and catching and that helped to, and the full Clarence show. I know the first time I went to foreign country, that same full Clarence show, I went to foreign 2 days after.
Right.
The first time I left Jamaica. And I didn't have a suitcase at that time anyway. I didn't have clothes to go to the type of clothes we're supposed to go to foreign at that time anyway.
Right.
But a man came to me when I finished the show and he said to me, you have a passport? See what I said? So I said, no. So the man looked at me funny. He looked at me funny. Like big artists like you, in mind probably. You have a passport? So I said, no. So I said, why? He said, you want to carry me on a show? So I said, yes, I'll go back again. I'll go for milk friend again. I'll go to Barry G again. Tell Barry G I'll go on and line up a passport in 1 day.
1 day?
Wow.
Yeah. I get my passport and I went to a place called Grand Cayman for the first time.
Right.
The first time I went on a tour and I went with Sanchez and Flower Gun, Lizard, that crew, Red Rose. I went with that crew as an MC and comedian and that tour.
Now remind me the show that you did at Fort Clarence. What year was that?
1989.
1989. Let me just, because I came across that. Share with us some memories of that. But before you do that, Let me just bust this.
Original Pink Panther, we don't ramp. No comedian test me this year. None. What it? Hey, you see that China man? People must take chance of that China man, you know. You know what's that China man is the greatest watchman in the world, you know. You know the idea come out of fire, so you apply the China man for watching wives. So when the nigga man come out of fire, you have to Mr. China. Mr. China, why I was away what you saw my wife doing? You Mr. China man, me for a woman to train station. Woman get on train, me get on train. Woman get off train, me get off train. Woman take taxi, me take taxi. Woman get off a taxi, me get off a taxi. Woman eat when I go in a hotel, me no need no when I go in a hotel. Me climb tree outside and look in a hotel. So the nigga man tell me such thing. When you see the man, do not do the wife. You such a man, he play with she play with me. I play with me, I fall out at me, I don't feel.
What memories do that time bring? Because you were something else back then. Because I remember it vividly.
Yeah. I eat that, man. And then that follow a lot more. Because I becomes one of the what you call it now? Because those times, I don't know. I said to myself, I'm a comedian, but I used to be on the type of show where comedian don't go on. Comedian has never been on. There is so much show I can tell you about a comedian has never been on.
Right.
You know, in my time, it's one comedian I know who has been on dancehall shows. God bless him. He died the other day. I want to take a little slight moment to say, R.I.P. This man here.
Penguin, right?
Penguin.
Oh yeah.
So I went to his funeral and I did a tribute and everything. And
move it more to the center.
Oh?
Move it more to the center, to your left. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Penguin, yeah.
So and then I finished with Penguin. Because Penguin died now and everything. Then here comes Zephaniah.
Imagine.
So on my leaflet, I did the show 2012.
Yeah.
I went on a show with Zephaniah and Penguin and Yasha Safari, the comedian, the poet from Jamaica.
And everybody on that list were good friends of mine, barring Penguin, you know, but you know, it's like pure icons on that show there.
Yeah, pure icon. So this show, I am going to say something about this leaflet because on this leaflet, this man gone, but I don't want to be the one. I want to be the one to hold this leaflet and say to myself, oh God, my friend gone, and this one gone, and me left. I don't want to be the one that go before anybody.
No, so that won't happen. You know,
so 2 men gone after this leaflet, 2 men gone already.
Yeah.
So you just have to live good and live in love now because, you know, everybody going.
You know, I believe we have to speak life into our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not death. We have to speak life. I believe that there's still more works for you to do because as I met you first time, I was trying to remember, you know, because you told me a lot of stuff over the weeks, and I was there trying to find information. When I came across that first Fort Clarence, everything just
the iconic one. That's the iconic one, you know.
Iconic. Yeah.
I got a whole paper of that thing, but I don't put them out, you know. Probably I'm gonna start to do that. I don't know.
I mean, we have Beverly notes. She said, I have
Beverly. Big up Beverly.
Yeah.
She know me from Wobia Wedding. I'm my girl, my friend. Big up Beverly.
We have Anne-Marie Rhodes. She said,
yes, man. From Jamaica. That's out of Jamaica. Big up my sister. I'm a big fan of that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that, man. Anne-Marie, big up.
Yeah. So you really have done a lot. You know, from now Fort Clarence. Remind me again, what year was that?
1989.
1989. And
Yeah.
then where do you head to after that? Refresh my memory.
Well, from that, it was bigger things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a lot of bookings. I mean, the agency was booking for me, and all of them booking things and started to happen. And, you know, a few foreign countries, you know, where I've been to, and the Chimney take me.
Right.
The Chimney take me, yeah. A lot of places, you know, including England, where I am at the moment. Yeah.
What was the feedback you got from that?
From?
When you traveled out, because now you had your passport, you're visiting Cayman Islands, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What feedback did you get from your performances?
Well, going my first time to the Cayman Island, it wasn't different from being in Jamaica to me.
Okay.
Because the people were like, I was wondering where I am. Because it's the same vibe, and the people sometimes can be worse because those people don't see you first time to see you, and if you're that good, then obviously it's gonna be, you know. So those shows, and then another thing happened to my career. I becomes a prominent MC.
Okay.
Also a lot of shows, and there were some mega shows that in that time.
Right.
I host same way. And to date, I am the only comedian that ever get booked for like festivals like One Love concert. I was booked for One Love concert, came here mash it up same way like Fort Clarence Beach, and it came to England, West London Stadium, I can remember them days.
Right.
And mess it up same way as a comedian. People saying that, comedian, are you gonna book comedian for to do dancehall business and to do music shows? But after I do a few, then that was it.
Yeah.
I'll find somebody come to Jamaica and can take them to England to do One Love concert, and then I did Sting twice, Jamaica Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Comedian is not, those shows are not for comedians.
Right.
So I did Sting, the biggest One Love, the biggest one-day concert in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Sting is known as.
Yeah.
So I want people to understand who they're speaking to. They're speaking to me.
Yeah.
Don't watch the ear. Because I used to have long black locks and all them thing, the locks gone, and then I get grey locks, the grey locks gone. Then all kind of something, people. I just still a legend here. I still the 1989 Fort Clarence Beach man. It's still him.
Yeah.
It's still him. So this interview, that's what we want the people to understand. That it's the same man. Because I made a lot of comedians in Jamaica. I met them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I wasn't, they wasn't there before me.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, again, with logics, if it wasn't there before me.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I made you, man.
That's right.
I made you. So, you know.
You paved the way, right? You opened up people's mind, the whole concept of actually having a comedian to break up the monotony during that time, and then that's genius.
They used to do it. They used to do it, and they used to put some of the comedians in the break. You know, when they have the break time.
That's right.
And the band changing.
But
I came as a comedian and licked that away from the business. I'm opposed to record in the center stage at that time. You can't do that. Nobody not gonna go and buy no drink. You're gonna be there standing up same way. So, you know, I licked that away. Then, as I said, it go further with the entertainment business, you know, and then the tour them start. I came to England. In the first time, I think, in between 91 and 92.
Okay.
And I was doing like a few productions, like touring with different music, but it was music shows and all of that.
Right.
And I did that. But I came here with to do stand-up, like with somebody else, another comedian.
Okay.
But they based us at that time in the Midlands. And if you know about Hummingbird, Hummingbird in Birmingham. Yeah, they were the one that brought me from Jamaica with another, and there was another comedian who lived here, you know, who we team up with and we did a show in the Midlands.
Right.
But while that now, people were discovering that here. And then they start to realize that, I mean, if you start to recognize that, then when I came to London, then I was getting so much shows to do. I did a tour with Dennis Brown.
Okay.
I MC a couple shows with Dennis Brown. Even him last show, I must met Apollo. I was the MC. I do the Berry Salmon. I must met Apollo too. I did Brixton Academy. Did Freddie McGregor Brixton Academy. I do so much shows. But there was an element of fight, where we call it fight. People fight against the career, and people want to see things happen to you. I don't know why. Because by that time, I was working with Blue Mountain Theatre.
Famous.
I did one production for Blue Mountain Theatre, and it's only one, and that's a reason why that happened. It's only one, because I didn't like certain things, because I know what stardom is and stuff, and when you go amongst them people, they treat you like they think the joke thing. They're gonna take you back to where you're coming from, and then I was protesting a lot. And but
Why
the people who live here,
do you think that was happening?
The people who live here, because they have to survive. People who live here at that time, they had to survive, and they were like taking what they get, probably to do a production. Because the best they take something more than get nothing.
Right.
You know, and they were like some very good actresses from Jamaica. There's so much of them live in England. You wouldn't believe it. And they it look like nothing, but I didn't believe in that. So it's going to be a problem with me, and you know, so I end up doing only one show for them.
Did they feel like you were taking food off of their table or something?
Yeah. I don't know what was the problem, but remember, I make a name in Jamaica. Some of these artists didn't make no name in Jamaica, so you cannot look yourself as an international artist because you didn't make it in Jamaica. So when I come out with the make it, I know my worth.
Right.
But none of that. So you have to treat me like what I know. But it was a different culture with artists here and actors here working for what they get. And then that's what I mean with problems. So I did that Mama Man production.
Right.
For Blue Mountain Theatre.
Funny enough,
Which was a mega production anyway.
I do remember.
And I did that. Then continued doing my concerts and doing my different appearance. Then I did a show called Baby Father. Enough people don't know. Baby Father, you must have heard of it.
No, I remember Baby Father, of course. That
who was the Baby Father?
Wait, that was during the 90s, right?
Yeah. But let me interview you now. Who was the Baby Father?
Oh, I'm trying to remember because there were a couple of people I knew in that. Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm going to tell you something. I was the Baby Father.
You was the Baby Father.
I was the lead. I was the Baby Father.
Imagine.
That's what I'm not telling you now. Because I know need to understand who they're speaking to.
Yeah.
You know, people, it's not the last one, the people then. So you're like, see me here, man. I don't go nowhere.
Sorry about that.
So I was a Baby Father. That sure runs up to the tire. They couldn't stop run.
That's right.
We couldn't stop. And then that's great work again because I was a lead.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a great production, same way. But after all of that and so forth, because I get paid from that's it. I'm not afraid to talk. I get paid from Blue Mountain Theatre in 5 pound notes.
Right.
One bag of money they give somebody a bag of money to come give me in Brixton. One bag of 5 pound note.
Right.
To insult me. Yeah. So I take my 5 pound note them yes and go carry to the bank and get my money where owe me. So them said pay me and then figure out they're finished with me. Because You know, I don't know why, because he's an artist, me not a beggar, I'm not come for really beg and stuff like that. So I continue, but a bad thing happened now in those times. I was in a place called Henderson where I was staying. I came to Brixton to see my son, because I had a son. Okay. He was about 3-year-old or so at that time. And I came there and I heard the door knock. When I opened it, it was police. I saw 2 police, but I opened the door because I don't know where I hid from police. Right. Then the police ran in. Then I opened the door, about 10 police ran in there. But I didn't feel away still, but it was me they came for. So they might deport me.
Well,
so when my son mom at the time, she had most of my old time pictures and stuff. So she had them print some pictures on the wall and stuff like that in her place. And there was my little profile was there too, because I trust her to keep my things at the time. So I left them there. And okay, where I go, I left them. I trust her with them. So I left my papers there and everything. But the police then came in. They found there my papers and my passport and everything. So they said that the policeman put me to sit down on the settee, and he said to me that, did you done somebody wrong? That's what he said to me. So I said, not really. He said, then who are you in problem with? So I said, well, I don't know. He said, he looks at my papers and he said to me, you don't need this. So I said, what I don't need? He said, you're overstay. Where's the passport? I don't have it. So he said, somebody call and tell the police that I'm overstaying in England. So they came for me. So the police said, all right, come with us. And I went to Brixton Station, and then the policeman said, to me, I don't want you in here. I'm going to sort it out. All you have to do, because I don't know where you get yourself in. The policeman was telling me I don't know get yourself because I'm on a view of magnitude, you don't need this. Wow. So that's what the officer said to me. And then they said to me, I must come down at the station and sign on. I have to go there and sign my name. So I was going there, sign my name, and then the same officer said I must go and get a new passport. So I went to the commission and get a new passport. And then he said, must tell him when I get it. So I phoned him and tell him. And so I sent him back to the immigration. So they gave me time. They gave me 6 months at that time to stay here. So the people who was trying to damage me, it never worked like that for them. So
and that's rare for police to really want to help you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's the person. And all of that. Yeah, and it did happen. And the officers, told me that, boy, I don't want to take one of my photograph.
Yeah.
And them say they wanted to keep because they want to tell people about me. And so when I make it and get big, I must remember him. When I get more big, I must remember him. And we just have nice time with the officers. And that's what's it. The immigration people and the officers, it was nice time we had with them. And they were warning me and said, watch your friends and the people you give. So I know that there was a big fight, and there was other occasions when they were phoning up people who booked me to penalize my career, and we got people tell me back. And there was also times when they also phone up, telling people, a promoter, what did I show for? He said me that, what you done to these people? So I said to him, what do you mean? He said, boy, for your performance, I never said a better comedian than you. But what they were telling me before, if I was listening to them, I would have used you.
Wow.
So I was getting a lot of fight because my lyrics was pirated. A lot of my stuff from in the late, from 79 then. A lot of my stuff was pirated by the earlier comedian. I'm not talking about the legend, them like Charles Sayat and those people. I'm talking about the little ones them that came up. But now I can understand why probably they borrow my lyrics. Because remember, this was something fresh, something new. I kind of motivate them that way for the people, but they borrow the lyrics too. And then some of my lyric was in England before I came here.
I'm with you.
So you see, it was a lot of seesaw and all those things. But I still on my faith and I still do my thing. The people still like what I do. I'm like a marathon performer now. 1 hour is nothing and 1.5 is nothing.
Well, tell me something. Where did the singing come into to play? How did that start?
I know you was gonna hit me with that. I'll tell you something, right? If you by looking back in 1989, when I was trying to do music, Lick a Shot when the Panther had shot and all those things.
Yeah.
And I never take that I could be a DJ or not. It just kind of melting up the thing. And going back to the joke, I used to do those things. But a lot of people, I can tell you, used to pressure me in them days to try to do music and to have voice to do music. So I said, no, I don't want people to lick me no buckle. A buckle days, go see if people lick me buckle. I'm not joining that. So the bandman them used us. I know it's 4 times beats prove to me that I probably can do it. And when I did Barry G's show, it proved because the bandman then used to cuss me. And then they used to tell me, say, when you get up on the stage, we're going to play music, you better say something. Say something. So I said, no, man, we can't. They say, you have to say something, man. So I started to try to say little phrases, but I still never take it as no career. It's 2020. We call it COVID.
COVID time, yes.
Yeah.
I did 2 things in COVID that I'm proud of. You know, I was living in a flat, and I board out the flat myself. I floor it out myself.
Oh yeah.
I never do that in my life. But me and COVID, I'm locked up because we brought the floor in, and the man charged me money to come and put them down for me.
Right.
But when the time coming now, nobody can come to nobody else. So COVID come, you can't visit. So I had this boat up in the flat. I tear out all the carpet and throw it already, so it's on the concrete left. So I tried to do this thing. Then I went on YouTube and look. I see how they do it, and I did it the first bits and pieces. Then I do the whole flat. To COVID. Then the singing business and the singing business now came when I had 2 phones. I used to pick rhythm off of one of the phone, and then I used to put on the vice speaker. That's my studio. Another phone with the rhythm. I take the rhythm off of the YouTube or what. And then I used to just try for it's a joke thing. I take it for joke though. I used to just do it for fun.
Right.
And is it a joke? Then when I go to studios now, because a lot of singers I aspire with singers and DJs and stuff, not comedians. So I always go to studios and stuff. They're always trying to push me in the box to record. I said, no. So when that Dopey Gunman song that I done, I went in the studio, I go 1 cut.
Right. 1 cut.
Less than 5 minutes I was out. And okay, I said to them, make me do it over. Them said, no, that's enough. So those guys now, they start to tell me off and tell me that this and that, you don't want to do nothing for me. It make it look like I don't want to do nothing for them.
Right.
Because I didn't know I probably could sit and with him like that. Because I'm a DJ, I'm a more like a dancer DJ than a singer.
Right.
I have some terrible songs and I those things that because I go on a Monday night, we go to practice on a Monday night. For years I've been doing it. So I perfect my DJ heart and all that. So that's where the singing thing come. People like hear me sing, but I don't think I'm a good singer.
No, you did very well. As a matter of fact, you reminded me of a vintage artist called Ramgoats. Who sang Ramgoats?
Sunday gonna jump on a minibus.
Reminded me of
Pluto, but it's not my fault. When I nearly reach by the terminus, I feel the bus come to a halt. It like a ram goat round at the roundabout. Yes.
You know that. That's what it reminded me. Yeah.
Pluto. I think I'm gonna call Pluto serving plant. Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The Live Conversation Show.
Do this. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it.
No problem. No problem. Woman again. Woman again. I and I man forward. On a different scene. I and I man carry. I and I man clean. Everything was hybrid. I'm getting in the groove. Just to come down to movements when someone said, oh, but it must be a dopey or a gunman. Wheel up, wheel up. Yeah, yeah. There is so much songs, you know. So much song. We don't want to sing most of the songs that we have and put it out because, you know, go.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the liquors deal also, you know. But the ones that are out, that one is out on stream and everything. So, you know.
That one is definitely
But you didn't listen to the other one. You didn't like the other song.
Which other song?
Wife and Sweetheart.
Wife and Sweetheart?
I sent you another song.
Hold on. Wife and Sweetheart.
It's the most hated song of the ladies. The ladies don't like this. Some of the ladies.
So that's the reason why we should be friends.
Here, Joel. Now, you see, that vibration is what I miss. It gives me, it reminds me of a brother I know called Loving Dear, right?
Loving Dear, man. Yes, man. Yes, man.
Yeah, give me that Loving Dear.
He's tough.
And we need that humor back.
Wild Gilbert and all those songs, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you're doing. We need that humor back in the music. So when you say you can't say, I lie, you are tell, man. I lie.
But you say things move on still, you know, things resolve, they said, and because if you understand the music scene and what's happening, so much new this, new that. The other day I tried practice because the dance move and the song them come out so fast. By the time you practice one, you got do it, the next one come out, so you can't keep up.
Yeah.
The other day I was practicing the drift, or what they call it. You know the drift?
The drift? Which one?
The dance they call drift for the Jamaican now.
Oh, yes, the new dance, yes.
Yeah, yes. The drift. But the other day I was practicing the drift and I drift away in a sleep.
I would not understand.
I drift away to sleep, man. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
How much time we have left? How much time we have left?
Well, we're coming up to that time. We're coming up to that time. But, you know,
you know about people when people pray, they must know what they're praying for and I would pray them. Because I was praying this morning and I was asking the Father to keep my enemies away from me. And I was asking him, I can stay away from my enemies.
Right.
So I hear a voice said, this is God. So I said, God, are you that man? Then you must continue to do. God said, go and find a sea or a river and go in the water and don't come out back. So I said, but God, man, let me say that right, make a drown, man. No, man. God, I said, why must I do that? God, I hear the voice said, well, because your enemies cannot swim.
Yes.
Drown them.
So if you want to get away from your enemies, that's what you do. You go in the water, stay in there. Enemies can't swim.
Water, yeah.
Enemies cannot swim. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow.
It was nice talking though. And things like that. We could talk about so much and continue to talk about so much. It take you all year if we continue. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I love the fact that you've been moving forward for a very long time, and you still continue to move forward. And I would urge you never to even entertain the thought of giving up, because your place is cemented in our industry. Just like how when people listen to hip hop music, for instance, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they incorporated comedy with hip hop, and now it becomes synonymous, right? And that is the same way in which we look at our reggae music industry, and comedy has also become synonymous, right? So there's always a place for you, and I would urge you to even encourage the next generation, so this doesn't just become a once in a park or once in a lifetime. There used to be a man called Earl Vassell, a Pink Panther, and now that kind of ethic has gone and died. We need that to continue.
Yeah, but it's not really with me alone. It should be with, as me say about my great friend, pass away, Ping Wing.
Yeah, I mean,
and then if that's why I said, any platform you put me on, from this man pass, any platform you put me on, I'm gonna be talking about him. I'm gonna be telling people that there was a comedian named so Ping Wing, great guy. So I'm not gonna really make it die as long as I'm alive. So a lot of people, they need to do something like these things. Keep these people alive. And I like to keep me alive if I'm not here too. For somebody to recognize that there was the history of Jamaican comedy. You talk about the history of Jamaican comedy and you leave me out of it, then there is a little part. There is a big hole.
That is why that is why you've answered your own questions, right? Because you talked about your friends. You are keeping them alive. You have that poster with three outstanding individuals. Two of them gone now. So you keep it going. You have to keep going.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's one of those situations whereas it's hard to fathom that your two friends, it's not like they were so old, but circumstances in life, they're just not here no more. But we're never going to forget them. They made their mark, but their mark is now on you because you have to keep that going.
And we have to make sure when we get our chance to voice our opinion, we put it forward to the people.
You have to keep it going because you don't hear too much. I personally know, unless I don't know. For myself, you don't hear people talking about the Jamaican comedians, the ones that's really out there doing stuff. You don't hear it. And they have contributed so much.
But as we say again, about the system and the business, I got a song they call Mr. Hold Down. Mr. Hold Down, try hold me down. You have a lot of people, it's hold down game they play. So whether you're good or you're not good, if you don't get into that circle and what they think, you probably won't be seen. It's strong, me strong, because people look for me on the internet and they give me a 1 and 2 show when they find me. I don't bother with no agency and go to nobody because I can't take the fight. When you come trouble me in my corner, I'll come out and do what you need me to do. I ain't not going to trouble nobody about this entertainment business. I'm still here, I'm fit. I think I'm better than before, I would say. Because the knowledge and stuff, the knowledge that I have now and all of that, I didn't have it before. So as a comedian, they give me more avenues, to talk about things. Of course. And I do other things away from the entertainment business that a lot of people don't know about me neither, again. So probably we'll leave for another show, I don't know. Another time. I don't know.
We're definitely going to have you back, again. And, just hearing your history and coming to realize who you were after a while is like, damn, you've done a tremendous deal of work, and your place is cemented in our history,
Yeah.
It is.
So,
It is.
we definitely salute the work you've done as a legend.
Thank you, man. You see, it's there. The evidence is there, The evidence is there. So, one thing, what I used to do, I used to keep leaflets when they print my name. That's how I have this one, 2012. I have so much leaflets, so much audio tapes, so much VCR, so much PDK, so much. Because those days, no CD, it was TDK tapes and VCR and all the things. And I have so much of them.
Right.
So the history is on all of those things, and still have them. Still have the tapes, them Barry G tape, still have them. Still have everything. Everything I talk about, I have them.
What do you have planned for the future?
We're just to continue. I will never run away from a date, from a show, because I'm ready. It's like I'm haunted and raring to go all the time, because I have a lot to say. It's so many years you've been saying these things, so it's so much to say. You're confused what to say, much less more than how to make up what to say, because you got too much to say. You have a lot of things to say. And you have to scale it down. Yeah.
Shows going on for this year?
Yeah, in the December time, I got a few gigs. I know the parties and stuff, the office parties and all of that breaking up, and there's something I'm gonna do, some ball or something in London, somewhere there. So it's still a little dates here and there is still popping up, where it's never been a blank time for me. It's never been a blank. If even one person gonna book me to do something. I see Tommy up there.
Yeah, we also have Sonia McCollin. You know Sonia McCollin?
Yeah, Sonia up there too. Yeah, man.
She's here in our waiting room. I'm gonna be audacious and bring her on.
Hey,
Sonia. I wonder if she's still there. Sonia. All right, maybe not.
I see Tommy up there.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have Tommy. He said definitely your history is cemented.
Yes.
Your everything you've done is cemented in our history. So you have Beverly Notes who's been liaising with us.
Yes, man. Yes, Beverly. She's doing that, man. Beverly is a singer, Beverly is a singer too, She's a very good singer.
Singer.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
She's wicked.
Yeah.
Beverly's a good singer.
Beverly. She do a lot of backing vocal for a lot of artists and all of that. And Marie,
time there. Anywhere you like, that is what you are. Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna stay strong, man, and continue, and see what we can do. Because when I'm not on a stage, I always working with the young people and the youths. That's what I do. Away from them, I always working with them, doing something.
But that's important. Yeah. That's important. That's important for people to know that you're helping the younger ones coming up.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing what you're saying. So
all the times, I'm always doing that when I'm not on a stage. Is always going to some school, some college, something.
Yeah.
Behavior, because I studied a thing they call behavior modification, where you try to modify behavior. I work in the prison. I work in the YOI. In the prisons, I used to work in there. I do 3 years in there, where I work with young people inside there, same way. And youth clubs, the schools, everything. I always doing some form of work with young people.
How did that come about? Very quickly.
Well, I could say to people that I'm a drama teacher. I can teach drama because I know it that much, and so I go in different schools, but I do behavior. So once I was in Birmingham, and somebody asked me to come to Rugby prison to do some talk to the, the young people in there. And that's where we started.
Right.
I went in there, did a workshop in there, and then I liked it. Mm-hmm. I liked what I did, and then I said, if I go forward to some other people, then everybody I go to want me to do something. And I just started from there, and I started going to so many different places and teaching.
Yeah. You are definitely the definition of, because this is what I love about the shows that we do. When we delve into the history and we get to understand what life must have been like for you. It could never have been easy living in Trenchtown, when a child has to be the person who has to hustle and try and make way for the rest of the family, so to speak, whether it's to bring in some change or if it's to bring in some food or whatever it is, and to look back on your life from where you came from and to know that ethic of survival kicks in, right? And you have to make something of yourself. You've done tremendously well for yourself, right? Coming from where you came from, when you have people who live in a well-advantaged country like the UK or be it America or wherever, right? And you have people who have so much at their disposal but don't use it. And it's amazing how a Jamaican guy from a disadvantaged background will come and supersede those who live in these advantaged countries. So I have to take my hat off to you, brother.
Respect, man. Respect, respect.
Legend, icon, make people laugh, do good music. Everything is everything, man.
Respect that, respect. Yeah. Give more strength, give them more strength to continue, Because these days and these times, it's not about how to do things, it's to do it. Because we know how to do it.
And motivate too.
I motivate, others, to do it, Yeah.
I want to introduce people to the final round of our show, and maybe something that I'm going to speak to Sharon about, because Sharon is very philosophical, like myself.
All right.
Okay. So I want to introduce you to Sharon's Corner, and she's going to lead us out. So
all right,
Sharon,
okay.
Take on what you've heard today on the show.
Here comes Sharon.
Here I am. But you know what? I want to say, based on what, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because it froze for a second. So
yeah, it's still frozen, but continue.
So with Mr. Pink Panther, Mr. Silver Panther, let me tell you what your journey
Platinum man.
Platinum Panther, please.
Platinum Panther.
Yes.
Because it is so obvious to me that because of your struggles that you went through, the rough times, but you still, through those tough times, all you did was hustle. It could have went a whole nother way, but you hustled because you were the fifth child, and you were the breadwinner. Now, that is why, as far as I'm concerned, that is why you have made it to this level. You didn't need no big time scripting. You didn't need no big time this. It was in your heart. So God has blessed you more than you can possibly understand. You are still standing here because you are the ones, you are still the one to carry that torch for the ones that have come and gone within your circle. You were the one, and you still are the one. It's the most beautiful thing to know that with everything that you've gone through, you still had the time to stretch out your hand and help everybody else. You're helping kids, and it was a joy for you to do so. Again, blessed is what you are. And let me tell you about 2024, my friend. Watch those gates. It's gonna open to another level.
Yes, ma'am.
A whole nother level. It is the most amazing thing. I'm very happy to tell you that. So yes, that is a piece of Sharon's Corner.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Elevated,
Well,
Yes.
listen,
Now,
stay
now,
elevated.
before we end the show, let me just bless up Norma Jones from Florida and Alan Johnson, Alan Jackson, who's also logged in. I do believe on Facebook. I believe it is. Thank you for logging in, and for the many others who are logged in also to the live. Thank you for tuning in to this live. Sharon, is there anything else you want to say before we end?
I want to say it has been the greatest honor to have. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hold on. Okay, you hear me good now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say how this has been you've been our first comedian on this show.
I'm a first time, all the time,
This is what it is. You broke down those walls. It has been our honor to have you in our presence because
Thank you.
You divulge so much information about you that people probably never knew because you are a comedian, but you showed yourself as a human being trying to make it in the world. So I say to you, I wish you all the best. And you have to come back because you was a friend of the show. You have to come back. So people have to.
Yeah, man, when you're ready, we set up a different topic and I'll be there. I'll be here.
Yes, you are our honorary guest, and you have to come back because you're the one and only. You are the one and only. You miss the one and only.
Yeah.
I want to say
Now, before we let you go,
I'm glad I'm the first comedian you ever speak today. I'm happy.
Listen, give us information or give the public information how they can follow you and keep up with what you're doing, interviews, if anybody wants interviews or whatever it is, give people information about you.
Well, more times somebody asks me that because how the world stay these days. If you want to find me, you can. Because so anybody go up on the internet, if you go on the internet, they're going to find me. One way or the other. So the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, they have a little thing that they have out there. My face is there. You can send messages to me. You can, even phone numbers are out there. Everything is out there. If they look for you.
And type in Earl Vassell or Pink Panther.
Or whatever they call
original,
Yep, they will find it,
All right.
Yep.
So people find you. We're going to end the show right now, and I'm going to play this particular track, and it goes like this.
Yes, man. Lovely.
You see, I done my homework, brother.
People. What is it? Chibon King. Come get Chibon. Ding 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 ding.
Yes, man. Tune out, that's that.
Ding ding ding. Come get Chibon King. As I out and me and me woman living. Let's go on the work. We got to some juggling. I've been gone the work. Truth Friday coming. Open me fridge and drink out me tin. Get up in shoes in me.
Dance all this head. Jamaica, son. Jamaica, son.
We're going to get out of here. Good night and thank you. We're going to be back next week, same time, same place. Help us to like the show, the channel. Subscribe to SPRB if you will, please. Thank you so much.
All right. Bless up, Miss Mango. 4-star, 10-star general.
God bless, brother.
Respect. We talk again.
Yeah.